Clarity, peace, and joy to all of you. We are the spirits of the cards. We influence the shuffling of the cards by blending our energy and choosing the right ones for you at this moment. It is our best intention to give you guidance, not prediction. However, you are all your own best guides and navigators for making important life decisions. Never underestimate your own ability to make the right decision in any given situation. Let your emotions be your guide. If it feels good, you are on the right path. If it feels off, better pause and contemplate. Then listen to your inner self. You are the creator of your own reality. Always remember who you really are. You came forth to this time-space reality from one source, from pure positive energy, which we all call love. A reminder to everyone that has long forgotten. Page of Wands. Plenty of possibilities, so many that it is difficult to choose. Do something and you will prosper, but wait no longer. When we see the Page of Wands, we see a youth with enormous excitement and curiosity for the world. He knows what to do. He has the passion to succeed, but due to his inexperience and maybe a little fear of the unknown, his ideas remain non-realistic. He identifies new worlds to explore, new opportunities he could take advantage of quite easily, and he is even gifted with a big picture vision needed to succeed. Even with all of this, he still has a tendency to either remain in a deep sleep or get easily distracted with one idea after the other. If he doesn't learn to control this, it might be that he wastes the opportunities to advance himself. When you get the Page of Wands, it simply means something is within you, something that triggers you to make discoveries, allow yourself to enjoy in investments, or take the next advancement in life. You could be just about to take a move on a certain idea, but some conflicting messages keep coming to your mind and you get discouraged. This card matches your inner battles, which are preventing you from expressing your heroism to the world, to let the world know that you exist for a reason. If you are wise enough, this card is normally a trigger of courage. It should make you overcome the personal discouragements and move forward boldly to launch your ideas in the real world. Remove the fear, gather your resources and do something. Let the world know that you are there and you have no jokes about moving forward in the path that you choose. Conquer every obstacle, let your ideas shine and be known to the world, because this card indicates a level of success that can only be achieved when courage is used. Temperance. Moderation in all is ultimate resolution. If it refers to another person, it is someone with the quality of temperance, the ability to patiently await the solution and never try to rush it. You may get impatient, even frustrated, but trust his or her tempo and try to slow down to it. If it is an event, which is mostly the case, it proposes extreme caution because the final outcome is not what first appears. If you have the patience to wait, your reward will be sweet and lasting. If you don't, then you are not likely to accomplish much at all. You might even make a bigger mess than what you faced in the beginning. The card can also simply imply that you have a time of inactivity ahead where nothing much happens. If it refers to you, it means you have stopped to act and learned patience for the thing at hand or for good. Time will tell. It can also mean that you find yourself unable to act, although you feel the need. Something holds you back. It may be irritating, but still it can be a good thing. Excessive speed should be avoided in most cases. Ace of Pentacles. This card is like an exclamation mark. An idea is forming, demanding contemplation. It can lead to a lot of good things. The aces are all indicative of new beginnings. When you draw any of them, it means that you are at a point in your life where a new cycle is beginning. You are about to start once again. Because the Suit of Pentacles is primarily concerned with all things material, not just financial but also with the sensual. This new cycle could manifest itself as a new career, the undertaking of a new venture, or the start of putting more care into your health. Wherever this beginning takes place, the Ace of Pentacles assures that what is to come will bring great abundance and opportunity. To see the Ace of Pentacles indicates a seed being planted in the material world in your feelings of security and stability. Like a seed, this opportunity must also be nurtured and sometimes invested in with energy, time, or funds. Watering this seed has the potential to be very rewarding, for anything that is grown on this energy is meant to be stable, secure, and give a good harvest. Prosperity is coming your way. One also has to make sure that they are psychologically prepared for the opportunities that are appearing. To be able to harvest the gift of the Pentacles, we need to be filled with the calm that stability brings. This is a kind of spiritual prosperity, if you will. This kind of mindset can mean we become open to trying new things and not sticking to the old, washed-out routine. Nine of Pentacles. Prosperity in so many ways. Time to lean back and enjoy the wealth, primarily the pride of having reached it. This Nine of Pentacles card indicates that a seeker has reached a stage in their lives where they are confident, independent, and self-sufficient. Through hard work, this person is now ready to enjoy money, leisure, and material comfort. The difficulties that were faced in the earlier journey appear to be over. The Nine of Pentacles brings not only joy, but also the feeling of security and freedom that material wealth can bring. Looking back, the seeker can now celebrate the difficulties, the struggles, and the hard work that lined her path. Her previous challenges gave her the wider perspective she needs to understand the spiritual value of her success. Knowing how difficult it was to get here, she intends to enjoy every single day that is given to her. Sometimes this card indicates that the seeker has not yet reached completion in their journey. There is something that is missing here, the element of her community and relationships. The gifts are meant to be shared, and yet this woman is so far from home. The Nine of Pentacles can also be about a specific time period of this person's life. This time is about self-discipline and grace. Diplomacy and grace will lead to the desired outcome. Four of Pentacles. A self-obsessed mind caught by the brilliance of his own thinking. But thoughts can be shared without wasting them. The Four of Pentacles card is capable of generating both negative and positive perceptions. On one hand, the card signifies that you have successfully managed to accomplish much of your goals and you have managed to attain a significant material wealth in the process. However, on the other hand, there is a significant chance that you will start valuing things only for their material worth. You have worked hard to get to the point where you are now, and it is absolutely natural for you to desire to make sure that you remain stable. But this also has a chance to turn you into an overly possessive or greedy person who wants to ensure that no one is capable of taking away your own wealth. The Four of Pentacles is also a card which shows that you are currently in a position in which you have solid investments and that you are financially stable. Because of your newfound wealth, you are being particularly conservative about money, and you are most definitely not inclined to gamble when it comes to any kind of financial matters. You are protective of what you have managed to accumulate throughout time, and you desire to steadily increase your overall net worth. Be aware that without risk, there is no reward. If you spend too much of your time attempting to conserve, you may become a prisoner to your own material possessions. Wealth is a kind of energy as well, and we create what we express. 10 of Wands. Too much to carry. Your workload is unreasonable, and still there is no certain reward ahead. Are you being used for others' profit? This card shows that you have already completed the circle of struggle. After spending too many resources and lots of energy looking for success, you have finally overcome the obstacles. Your hard work was worth it. Your efforts have finally been rewarded. You may find yourself living in a world of abundance where poverty and suffering have no chance to interfere. Although it sounds marvelous and satisfying, the card describes a lot of responsibilities on your side. You are now the only problem solver in your circle of family and friends, which could even drive you into another world of challenges. At this point, you are also flooded with responsibilities to maintain your success. The businesses that you have started are flourishing and keeping you alert and ready for anything that might happen. The main problem is that these issues could affect you if you lose control, which requires you to make sure that you know how to prioritize and solve the relevant ones. In the real world, this card expresses how people try to burden themselves with responsibilities after they attain initial success. It is like graduating from college, getting a job, and then starting to make it in the real world. More challenges keep coming. You may find yourself looking after your parents, starting a family, and at the same time look to others, which may make you feel as though you are not yet successful. It becomes a burden because at some point, you find out nothing is enough to accomplish all these duties. The general lesson of the card is that people should be moderate. Prioritize and understand that they cannot solve everything. Some things must be let go, given to others, the burden shared. Queen of Cups. Stuck in obsession, what the feelings use to trap the mind and vice versa. It is not worth it. We can understand the meaning of the Queen of Cups from taking a closer look at the woman in image. She is seen as compassionate, caring, sensitive, and nurturing. She connects with people on the emotional level, so people enjoy her honesty and fairness. The appearance of the Queen of Cups in a reading can be guiding you to find help from others. Most times, like the other queens, this is a female figure that will come into your life. The Queen of Cups has an intuition which is very powerful and is only matched by the one of the High Priestess. The Queen of Cups acts as a mirror and reflects the depths present in others, so they see themselves in a new light. Most times, the Queen of Cups can also represent the trusted inner voice you have within you. She seems to say that you should take the time to focus on your emotional health before trying to help others. Self-love creates compassion. The Queen of Cups can also reflect your relationships with other people. You may be the emotionally strong rock that serves as an anchor for someone else. You may be here to help teach and support others using your intuition instead of logic. The Queen of Cups normally thinks with her heart instead of her mind. She can lack rationality and common sense, but she can also be intuitive, dreamy, and almost psychic at times. The Queen of Cups could be the answer to your problems when a logical approach is not working. Two of Cups, partners, companions, lovers. Whatever the bond, there is great pleasure in sharing with another. To see the Two of Cups is an indication of a partnership that is built on the union of forces, a strong connection, and a balanced and equal partnership. The exchange of cups suggests that each party's emotions are connected with the others, and each participant's feelings have heartfelt effects on the other. A strong pair is indicated here, the joy of two becoming one. When it comes to work, you may notice that the people around you will start to appreciate you more. There is a mutual respect here, meaning you will also be more comfortable in your workplace. If you are looking for new job opportunities, this card may be a good sign. In terms of love, the card represents commitment, a balanced relationship, and love. But this does not simply mean that you will no longer need to take care of your love to make it last. The card only signifies that true love and affection is present. In your finances, the Two of Cups is associated with fairness and balance. This means that you are currently financially capable and you have the right amount of money to deal with your obligations. In relation to your health, people who are currently facing some health issues need to look for a practitioner that they will be comfortable working with and whom they can trust. In spirituality, it is a call for you to be more adorable and loving towards the others. You are receiving positive energy from the universe and you need to share that energy. Eight of Pentacles. Work on the plan, think things through. You will prosper to the extent you take the trouble of being well prepared. This card indicates a time that you have to work hard and focus entirely on your tasks. This is not necessarily a negative situation, but this means that you must really strive to be the best. The task that you need to accomplish can be personal or professional. No matter what type of task it is, do not be afraid to ask for help when things get overwhelming. The Eight of Pentacles refers to the efforts that you undertake. There is a possibility that there will be a lot of things that you need to address. Hard work is essential, but you still need to find a balance. When it comes to work, those who are seeking employment should expect that the nature of their job will be demanding. The Eight of Pentacles also indicates that you need to be confident in yourself that you will be able to fulfill the job. For those who are currently employed, you will be responsible for carrying out more tasks and responsibilities. Never hesitate to ask the assistance of your co-workers. In terms of love, your work may possibly be affecting your relationship. Regardless of how demanding your job is, you need to make some time for your emotional connections with other people. On the matters of finances, the Eight of Pentacles may signify financial assistance that you have been hoping to receive. Be careful on how you are going to spend this money. Remember that this is a fruit of your hard labor and not luck. When it comes to health, the Eight of Pentacles can mean that it is time for you to commit and work hard in order to improve your health. You must stay observant about exercise and diet. Ten of Cups. The bliss of accomplishment when benefiting all involved. The reward of the worthy. From its joyful drawing, we can assume that the Ten of Cups embodies happiness, joy, contentment, and emotional satisfaction in your family, relationship, or companion. It represents an ideal state of comfort, harmony, peace, and love, which makes you feel like you are in paradise. This is where all your dreams, wants, needs, and wishes have been fulfilled, and you feel a complete sense of satisfaction. Take a moment and breathe. Look around you and be thankful for all your blessings. This card signifies something that so many of us are searching for. To see the Ten of Cups is to indicate a true emotional fulfillment, one where the lonely self-satisfaction of the Nine of Cups is shared with others to create a true sense of community and family. After learning how to love oneself, the Nine of Cups matured into the Ten of Cups, which at its core about how true happiness stems from building genuine bonds and connections with others. This card is most associated with a sense of happily ever after, of family, of lasting harmony and peace. This is an indication of harmonious family, for the card shows you that you are living in the perfect peace. No more adjustments or shifting is needed. You are in the right. Just relax and enjoy your moment. In a love reading, this card shows that it is romantic, real, and genuine, and has a strong potential for something long-term. It deserves all your effort to make it come true. The Ten of Cups could also indicate a family holiday where you can relax and spend time with family members. Karma, ultimate judgment whether we welcome it or not. If it refers to another person, which is not that often, it means that he or she is very judgmental and not inclined to change his or her mind about it. In the eyes of somebody with that characteristic, few people pass. You are not likely to be an exception, no matter how hard you try. But if you do, you are approved for good. If it is an event, as it most often does, it means that a final judgment will arrive and there is nothing anyone can do about it. The solution to whatever situation arrives, and it has almost nothing to do with the actions of those involved. It just happens, as if there was never any alternative. Opposing it is useless. If it refers to you, which is rare, you are indeed the one making the final decision on the matter at hand. Still, it is not that you have much of a choice. You may even decide against your own will. It is just that you must do what the situation calls for. There is no other way. So, although you have the final say, it is like you have no say at all. You just know what decision has to be made. The Hermit, the lesson and reward, but also misfortune of being alone. If it refers to another person, which is often but far from always, it is someone refusing to get involved. He or she tends to go away in solitude whenever having the chance, and is most hesitant when approached by others. A difficult one to charm indeed. You and others wonder if that person is at all aware of your existence or cares about it. So, it is not one easily made to commit to any kind of companionship. If it is an event, it means that now is the time to retreat and contemplate the situation carefully. No action is appropriate for the moment. Give it time. Consider all the options. By time, a solution might appear. You should wait for it. If no solution appears, no matter how long you wait, you might do well to consider to leave the whole situation be. Do nothing about it and move on elsewhere. If it refers to you, it means you tend to isolate yourself from others, either just in the present situation or as a constant personality trait. You should know which one it is. You avoid company and involvement in the lives of others. You don't want to pick sides and make choices, at least not before you have had time to contemplate matters deeply. Others may react with outspoken impatience, but that will not change your mind. Actually, it only makes you more committed to listening to your own mind instead of their words. Three of Cups, celebration in the cheerful company of dear friends, a time to remember. The meaning behind the Three of Cups represents a period of happiness. You will be able to forget the worries of your daily life and spend quality time with family and friends. To see the Three of Cups can indicate a happy reunion with a long-lost friend, relative, or loved one. It can also mean a celebration, whether it is your own or for someone who you love. The event can be a birthday, wedding, or any other happy occasion. In general, it is about spending quality time with people you cherish in your life. The three maidens represent your circle of friends who you turn to for love, compassion, and support when you need them the most. It can be old college buddies, colleagues at work, or people you have shared a special bond over the years. If you have had problems with your social life, this card can signal the end of those hardships. You will be able to resolve differences and learn how to deal with the problem. Strength. Strength of a kind that is superior because of its clever application. If it refers to another person, it is someone who knows how to apply the resources to where they accomplish the most. Such strength is power. You should make that person an ally and learn from the experience. But remember that there are also other ways entirely to solve problems than any kind of strength. If it is an event, it would be one where victory goes where it seems the least likely. Strength, as most things human, is in the mind. The problem at hand needs true strength, not just struggling with all your might. Find the smooth application of your abilities. If it refers to you, then you tend to utilize strength before considering other solutions. You have it, so you hurry to make use of it. That is really a weakness. It may be temporary upon meeting a problem that frustrates you to begin with, or it is the way you tend to react. In any case, consider when strength of any kind is appropriate and when it is not. Quite often it is not, even when it seems to be needed. Queen of Pentacles, thinking, unable to get out of it. It is all too serious. But such times are also needed for personal growth. The Queen of Pentacles represents both a down-to-earth woman who plays many roles to ensure that she keeps her family happy. She knows how and when to show love, keeping an orderly home, cooking comforting meals, and takes care of the children. But do not mistake her for being only a homebody. Alongside all these motherly qualities, she can plan business ventures and execute her plans successfully. It is through her naturally talented business sense that she is surrounded by such luxury. She is quiet and does not like revealing her financial accounts, fearing that it could bring more complication to her life, which she desires to keep rather simple. She may have a secret bank account that nobody knows about, for she may choose to be careful, vigilant, and self-sufficient. The Queen of Pentacles therefore represents a motherly figure who desires to help you move your way carefully and achieve your goals with the help of her common sense. She will not only show you love, but she will also show you the way forward whenever you seem to be stranded and confused. With her advice, she will ensure that you do not make dangerous financial decisions. She offers you precautions, principles, and support, all lessons that she has learned in her personal life. Because she is a self-made woman, she wants for you to be independent and wise, such that you are also able to raise others and make them responsible. Six of Cups, joy and childish happiness. Nothing seems complicated. No threats are approaching. Cherish the moment. The Six of Cups generally represents generosity, innocent happiness, and childhood. It can stand for you wanting to return to a happier time, whether it was when you were a child, teenager, or young adult. Many times, these memories are things of the past, which reflect the aspects of ourselves that have disappeared. You may feel that remembering these times is the only way to feel happy. The Six of Cups appearing in a reading seems to indicate that while we may look upon the past with a happy eye, we must avoid living in it. The Six of Cups can also mean that you will be returning to a familiar place. This could be your hometown, an old friend's home, a school, or any place that holds a lot of meaning for you. You are seeking to reconnect with people from your past. Bringing back old memories reminds us of our childhood, a time when things were simpler. Coming after the Five of Cups, this card can also suggest that you may have suffered a loss or disappointment of sorts, and you are making the journey home. You are looking to the past to find the answer to the crisis or challenge that you are facing now. You may be seeking the comfort and warmth of people that unconditionally love you, gathering strength to face the trials that are in front of you. Five of Swords. Betrayal when the battle is over. Time to ask what the battle was really for. This card indicates that you are engaging in a conflict of some nature. It can also suggest a disagreement with others, which leads to hostility and tension. Despite the fact that you think you've won, you might still lose in the big picture, because you have annoyed or hurt those that you have argued with. And as a result, you are on the road to isolating yourself. Perhaps at the moment, you believed that it was more important to be right, rather than appreciate and understand where the other side was coming from. Right now, it is important to attempt to pick up the pieces. You still have the chance to act while the conflict is still fresh. You may feel as if everyone and everything is against you. You might also lose some friends along the way. This is why you will need to make a significant decision about your point of view. What is more important to you, mutual progress or winning? This might require you to stand up to a conflict within yourself. The card represents ambition in a way which is rather negative. Too much ambition without actual regard to the consequences or the people that you affect is never something good. Misplaced ambition, such as the one represented by this card, can leave you as a disappointed loser or a heartless winner. In both cases, the implication is rather negative. This card instead asks us to be more considerate of those that we surround ourselves with, to let go of ego. Queen of Wands. You have your possessions and know how to keep them, but do you know how to increase them? Don't settle with what you have or it may fade. In general, the Queen of Wands in a reading meaning may represent a person of extreme focus and intense passion. She is courageous and individualistic, though at times she may appear self-centered. They have a positive and an uplifting energy. They represent someone who is willing to be by your side and stand up for you. In terms of work, the Queen of Wands signifies that you are planning to accomplish a significant amount of achievement in just a small amount of time. In the event that you are looking for a job, the appearance of this card may mean that a woman will play a major role in your career move. Generally speaking, in terms of your career, things are looking pretty good. The Queen of Wands in questions of love also sends a positive energy. For people who are searching for love, there is a possibility that you will find it soon. When it comes to your finances, there is a chance that you are being carried away on spending a significant amount of money. We advise you to keep your expenses on check, or you will regret it in the end. In terms of health and spirituality, the Queen of Wands meaning may pertain to a spiritual hunger, a quest, or a search for meaning. Two of Swords. Where to go when both directions are risky and still speed is called for. You must decide although you can't be sure. When we see the Two of Swords in a reading, we are encountering a stalemate. Two equal and opposing forces are joined in battle, and there seems to be no end in sight. This wasn't what you had in mind when you chanced to walk down this path, and you find yourself caught in the middle. Without something or someone to take part to prevent or change a result, this may continue indefinitely. We find ourselves in a situation where we must make a choice. We can side with one part of the situation or we can side with the other. Neither seems particularly appealing, which makes the decision even more difficult. But unless we move past this stalemate, there can be no more progress. The Two of Swords is often related with balance and partnership. It signifies the need to keep your relationships balanced. Regardless if it is in business, friendship, or romantic relationship, you may find yourself struggling to maintain the current state of affairs and may find yourself caught in the middle. In regards to your work, you may be currently stuck and perhaps waiting on another party's decision. Remain patient and avoid pressuring people in making their decision abruptly. The Two of Swords meaning may represent a warning to have caution. Like the woman in the card, you may be choosing to keep the blindfold on, hoping the problem will just go away. You should avoid evading any issues that you are facing since it will not solve your problems. The Hermit, the lesson and reward but also misfortune of being alone. If it refers to another person, which is often but far from always, it is someone refusing to get involved. He or she tends to go away in solitude whenever having the chance, and is most hesitant when approached by others. A difficult one to charm indeed. You and others wonder if that person is at all aware of your existence or cares about it. So, it is not one easily made to commit to any kind of companionship. If it is an event, it means that now is the time to retreat and contemplate the situation carefully. No action is appropriate for the moment. Give it time. Consider all the options. By time, a solution might appear. You should wait for it. If no solution appears, no matter how long you wait, you might do well to consider to leave the whole situation be. Do nothing about it and move on elsewhere. If it refers to you, it means you tend to isolate yourself from others, either just in the present situation or as a constant personality trait. You should know which one it is. You avoid company and involvement in the lives of others. You don't want to pick sides and make choices, at least not before you have had time to contemplate matters deeply. Others may react with outspoken impatience, but that will not change your mind. Actually, it only makes you more committed to listening to your own mind instead of their words. Four of Wands, the celebration of a homecoming of sorts. Returning from the world enriched and pleased, receiving the praise and rewards for it. The overall meaning of the Four of Wands is that it indicates celebration as well as a harmonious, happy and relaxed home environment. In terms of numerology, the number 4 symbolizes stability as well as particularly reliable foundations. These are associated with a period of happiness and balance. The symbolism within the Four of Wands poses that this is the perfect time for you to get together with close people such as friends and family. This could be with or without any special occasion. Oftentimes, this card is known to reflect a period of holidays when you are together with your friends and family for an extended period of time. It might also be suggesting for you to invite your closest friends for a great and intimate dinner and share a laugh or two. Furthermore, if you have been working on a certain project, this card entails that you will be reaching a particularly important milestone. This is going to provide you with grounds for celebration, which is also to be considered. You have managed to complete a proper and most important phase of that project, and meaning you have every reason to be feeling proud and satisfied, which are amongst the general feelings caused and reflected by the Four of Wands card. Eight of Swords, helplessly in the hands of others who seem to show little compassion, cause for anxiety but not panic. The general meaning in the Eight of Swords is that of a feeling of being trapped and victimized. You may feel powerless because in your mind, you feel that changing the situation might be beyond you. This feeling of helplessness that you have, the feeling that you have no company in your life, has played a major role in making your situation worse. Surrendering one's power to an unknown entity, whether it is destiny or God, the government, or something else, means that you are giving away your own personal responsibility to affect change. You have willingly gave up the driver's seat in the journey of your own life, and it isn't going well for you. It is advisable for you to avoid making an important decision at this time since your judgment is likely uncertain. The good news is that because these traps are things that we create ourselves, we can also leave them if we put our minds to it. It is simply the matter of taking off the blindfold and seeing beyond the limited perspective that we created for ourselves to see the possibilities and to recognize that you have your own internal power. Ace of Pentacles. This card is like an exclamation mark. An idea is forming, demanding contemplation. It can lead to a lot of good things. The aces are all indicative of new beginnings. When you draw any of them, it means that you are at a point in your life where a new cycle is beginning. You are about to start once again. Because the Suit of Pentacles is primarily concerned with all things material, not just financial but also with the sensual. This new cycle could manifest itself as a new career, the undertaking of a new venture, or the start of putting more care into your health. Wherever this beginning takes place, the Ace of Pentacles assures that what is to come will bring great abundance and opportunity. To see the Ace of Pentacles indicates a seed being planted in the material world in your feelings of security and stability. Like a seed, this opportunity must also be nurtured and sometimes invested in with energy, time, or funds. Watering this seed has the potential to be very rewarding, for anything that is grown on this energy is meant to be stable, secure, and give a good harvest. Prosperity is coming your way. One also has to make sure that they are psychologically prepared for the opportunities that are appearing. To be able to harvest the gifts of the Pentacles, we need to be filled with the calm that stability brings. This is a kind of spiritual prosperity, if you will. This kind of mindset can mean we become open to trying new things and not sticking to the old, washed-out routine. Nine of Cups. Gluttony inflates the mind as well as the body. So does complacency, the gluttony of the mind. After a long journey, The Nine of Cups symbolizes the finding of self-satisfaction. The emotional journey of the Cups is starting to come to a close after the uncomfortable ups and downs you face in the earlier numbers of this suit. You have struggled to find purpose and joy after loss. You have tasted the different things that life offers, and you have left comfort in order to find greater heights. Here, you have found them, and you are indulging yourself as you celebrate this new stage of your life. When we look at the Nine of Cups, it can initially seem like one of the most pleasant cards that may appear during a reading. This is also referred as the wish card, which means that the things that you desire for or your most perfect dream is bound to happen. The Nine of Cups is normally associated with extreme happiness and satisfaction. With regards to your work, there is a good change that something wonderful will happen in your workplace. It is time for you to push on your suspended project, or if you have something that you desire greatly, there is a possibility that you will finally achieve it. It also holds a positive meaning when it comes to love. Your romantic relationship with someone is destined to reach a new level. In case you are still single, this is the time to socialize with new people. In terms of finances, the Nine of Cups is also a positive messenger. It can mean that the financial state that you are hoping for will soon be achieved. In your health, the test that you have to undergo will lead to positive result. The good energy that you are receiving at the moment should be used to improve your health habits.